Good morning, everyone. Yeah, welcome to our web development class. Sorry, excuse me. So, yeah, welcome to our web development class. My name is Abubakar Abdulgafar, and I'll be taking you on this trip for web development. Sorry, sir. First, for those of us that are joining us online, those joining us online, you are all welcome to our web development class. So, first and foremost, I believe we are all learners in this class. Sir?
Very, very good.
Okay. So,
Very, very good.
so I will try as much as possible to simplify things for this class. First and foremost, what is web development? We've been hearing website, web, right? We know of cobwebs, right? So now, what is web development? Any idea? Any idea?
But the app or something, or related.
Okay. So basically, web development is the process of developing websites or web application that runs on the internet. Most of us have been using website for quite some time now. We are familiar with for the basic ones like Facebook is a web application, right? And many more web applications. Then some of us here have been making use of fintech applications also. We've used what do you call it, Jumia. We've used Konga and all those things, all those ones. In as much as they have their mobile application, they also have their site. I think they work majorly on their site more than the mobile site. So web development is the process of developing website or web applications. So for this class, we have some basic requirements. For this class, we have some basic requirements. The first and most important thing that you'll be needing for this class is help me. Use it. The first and most important thing you'll be needing for this class is computer. You can't go into web development without computer, right? Then, secondly, you'll be needing power supply because some of us maybe our batteries are not that strong, so you needing power supply to power the computers. Then, thirdly, you need internet. You might be working on something, you are stuck somewhere, you have to search the internet or you have to look for a video on YouTube or go somewhere to get solution. So to do that, you'll be needing what? Internet. Then finally, you'll be needing what we call an IDE. IDE. The full meaning of an IDE is integrated development environment. The family of an ID is what? Integrated development environment. So what it does is like it's a software. An IDE is a software that allows you to carry out the web development. We have different types of IDs. We have NetBeans, we have uh, we have Notepad, we have RubyMine, we have IntelliJ IDEA, we have Visual Studio. There are many more. There are lots of them. Depend on anyone you wish to use. Depending on anyone you wish to use. Then, but for the purpose of this class, so for the purpose of this class, we'll be making use of a software called Visual Studio. Others are good, but I think Visual Studio is it kind of makes life easy. It's easier to use and very easy to navigate. So for throughout the whole of this our class, we'll be making use of what? Visual Studio. So I believe all of us have installed Visual Studio on our system. Okay. Now let's go to the class. Include HTML. HTML. Then we have what we call CSS. Then we have Bootstrap. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Then CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Cascading Style Sheet. Then we have Bootstrap. It's a framework, but though when we get there, we understand what a framework is. So it's used to make both CSS and HTML work easy. Exactly. It's used to make HTML and CSS work easy. So now let's look at all these things and why they are important in web development. Imagine you want to build a car now. You want to build a car from scratch. The first thing you do is what? You build the body of the car, those iron, the frames and all those things, right? So let's liken web development to building a car now. HTML allows you to build the body, how the textual part of the website. It does what? It helps you to build the textual part, how it will look like the text, anything involving text, images, and all those. You know what the text is, right? Write-ups and all those things. So HTML allows you to do all those ones. So it's like that is like the frame, that is like the building block of a website. It allows you to build the website easily. Like you have the each part of the distance where you want to put a header, where you want to add an image and something. So the HTML helps you to do that. That's like the frame of the car. Then the CSS now is used for design. The CSS aspect is used for design. Now, after putting the frame, after getting the frame of the car and all those things, you have to paint it. You have to put chair, side mirror, right? So you make it look beautiful. So that's like the CSS part of it. Then we have what we call JavaScript. We are not going to JavaScript is like the advanced is will be in the advanced class. Some of us that would like to go further after this. So JavaScript now is for what we call reactivity. For example, in your car now, in recent cars that we have now, you push a button, it comes up. You click something, the light turns on. You change gear, it moves, and all those things. So the JavaScript is like when you're working on the website, you click a button on the website now. It's going to maybe it pops up a message that okay, you are welcome to our site, or it pops up a message that okay, maybe let's say you want to log in somewhere now, you put your username and password. It will just pop you a message that wrong password or username, right? So we use JavaScript to carry out all those ones. Is that clear? There are other part of the web development, but those ones are in the advanced part. Yep. That's where we have the PHP, the database, and other part of it. But for the purpose of this class, we are just going to be focusing on HTML and CSS and Bootstrap. Is that clear? Are we following? For hypertext markup language. So it is like the markup language that is used, the standard language used for web development. It is the standard language used for web development. It's the standard language used for what? Web development. So if you want to carry out HTML, if you want to develop a website, you need the knowledge of HTML. So we have basic structures of the HTML. We have HTML structures. The very first one is what we call, it is divided into, we have the doc type, we have doc type, we have the HTML, we have the header, we have the head section, and we have the body section. So the doc type now is what tells the internet, the web browser. Or you know what the web browser is? What's a web browser? Google Chrome. A web browser is a software used to interact with website. It's a software that is used to that. Example, like you likely said, Google Chrome. So the doc type now is what tells the web browser that the doc type now is what tells the that okay, this is a HTML file. If it's going through it, immediately you see that doc type, it knows that okay, file. So it tells the web browser that it tells web that okay, this file that you are trying to access so is a HTML file. Is that clear? Then we have the HTML tag. We have the what? HTML tag. This is like the root file where all the coding, everything that you are going to be doing is going to take place inside the HTML file. Everything you are going to be doing is going to be taking place inside the HTML file. Are you following? Then we have the header tag. In this one, anything that is inside this header tag, anything inside this header tag is not displayed on the website, but it is actually there. Like for example, the style, that's your CSS styles can come inside the header, your links, your scripts, that's for JavaScript. If you want to link your JavaScript file to it, it can come inside the header. It's going to be working in the background, but it's not going to be it will not be displayed on the website. Is that clear? Then we have the body. Inside this body now, that's where the main coding. That's where the main coding starts. That's everything you're going to be designing is going to be inside the code, inside the body tag. Are we following? So we have something called the HTML tags. HTML. So the HTML tags now are like the building blocks for web pages. The HTML tags are like the building blocks for web pages, right? Like when the people that built this house were building it, they use blocks, right? Sometimes they might need to use what do you call it? Metal, this iron rod. There are some places that they need to use wood, right? So all those things that they were using are like the building blocks. They come in together to form exactly. So the HTML tag are things that come together to form the HTML file. Is what we call the header. Is what we call the what? The header tag. The header tag is used to define different types of heading. The header tag is used to define different types of heading. For example, now we are asked to write. We are asked to write. You want to write something. Let's say you want to write an article. First of all, you have a very bold something at the top, like the title of the article, right? It's usually very bold. Yes. So that's an example of a header. So in HTML, we have very different types of headers. We have what we call it ranges from H1 to H6. It ranges from H1 to H6. H1 is the largest. H1 is usually the largest, while H6 is the smallest. Are we following? H1 is the largest, while the H6 is the smallest. So the higher the number, the smaller the size. The higher the number, the smaller the size. But for good web development practice, anytime you're developing a website, most times in every one H1. You can have multiple H2s, multiple H3s, and others. But you see, the H1 is usually one to avoid confusion. The H1 is usually, you see that it's very large. It will just be there, very big. Like for a newspaper now, if you open the very first page, you see the newspaper is usually very big. Every other thing is usually smaller than it. You can see something that is maybe half of the size of it, or maybe almost close to it, but it will not be as big as that one, right? As that title. So that's how the H1 also works. It's usually the biggest one there. So after then, you can have H2, you can have up to 50 H2, you can have as many H3 as possible, and the rest. But make sure you have one H1 in your web page. Are you following? Those online, are you following? Please, if you are following, you can just kindly drop a message for us. Then it's in the H1, we have what we call the angle bracket. We have what we call an opening tag and a closing tag. If, as you can see, in the first side, we have H1 inside an angle bracket, right? That's the opening tag. In the other side, we have it inside, but there's a forward slash. That's the closing tag. So anything you write in between this place now, anything you write in the middle of it now is what is going to appear on your site. The H1 and the H1, the opening tags are not going to appear. It's just going to show you exactly. It's just going to show what is written in between the tags. Hope you all understand. Anything you write in the middle there now is what is going to appear on your website. Are we following? So anything, if let's say for H2 now, after the opening tag, you write what you want to write, then you close it. That is, let's say in between the opening, the H1 and the H2 now, write this is header one. What is going to appear on the site now is this is header one. That H1 opening and closing tag will not show. Likewise, we have what we call a paragraph. At least we've all written something back then in school, secondary school. You've written like an argumentative essay. Teachers are better than doctors. You start arguing. At the in the beginning, after every point, you have to make every point in a paragraph so that they are grouped together, right? As a single word, they are grouped together. So that's how a paragraph also works in HTML. It takes a group of words together and shoot them together. Is that clear? Let's say you want to write something. You wrote something now. Maybe you are writing an argumentative essay. After the greeting and all those things, your first point in the paragraph, you write it by let's say like 3, 4, 5 lines, right? You go to the next point, 3, 4, 5 lines. That's how a paragraph works. The same thing with HTML. So it takes those group of words and take them. Okay, this one's they are together. It goes to the next line. So okay, this is the next paragraph. It picks it and moves. That's how it picks each and every one of them till the last paragraph. So it is denoted with the opening the angle bracket. Then you put P inside it. Then you close it. You write what you want to write. Then you put the closing tag at the other side, which is angle bracket / P. Then you put the other angle bracket.
As indicating in the paragraph.
Yes, P indicates paragraph. The same way H1 indicates header, P indicates paragraph. Is that clear? Are you following? Then we have what we call the anchor tag. The anchor tag creates a hyperlink. Like if you are on a site now, sometimes you are browsing a site now, you just see some part of the site, it will show you blue. Sometimes you underline it, it will be blue, then you underline it. The moment you click on that blue thing, it will take you to another page. That's what we call a hyperlink. It's used to connect one web page or resource to another. Maybe they don't have the complete information here. So by the time you click on it, it will now take you to another page where you have the full information or something related to what you are looking for. I think all of us have used the internet. We've seen it like that before, right? That's the hyperlink. Then it is denoted by that's the anchor tag. It is denoted by A. Then we have what we call the href. Inside the href, there is a quotation there. There's a quotation where you put the the location where you want it to take you. Like in this one now, this this ahref is going to show, is going to write this. You see this thing inside outside the tag, this Google here. You can see it, right? It's going to write it, but it will be in blue color and underlined. So the moment you click on it, it will now take you to this site, google.com. If I change this google.com to Facebook now, even if I click this Google here, it's going to take me to facebook.com. Depending on the site that you put, that's where it's going to link. Depending on the site that you put, that's where it's going to take you. It's used to link one page or one web resource to another. Are we following? Then we have the image tag. The image tag. Most websites have images in them, right? It's not just text. Nobody have time. Most times, if you read one, two, three lines, you are even tired of it. But if there is image, I think the image can captivate you to say, okay, this is what the text is all about. So image to a web page. Then you use the image img tag. It's called the img. Immediately you click img image and click enter. It's going to automatically give you all this thing. The src stand for source. That's the image source. So inside the quotation, the double quotation mark there, inside the double quotation mark is where you are going to write the name of the picture, the location of the picture, the image you want to upload. You are going to write the location of the picture you want to upload. Then we have what we call the auth. Whether you leave it like that or not, it's still going to work. But alternatively, you can keep it, you can write something there. You can put maybe it's a birthday, maybe it's your picture, my picture. If you leave it like that, it's still going to work. Then we have the list. List. You know what a list is now? Most of us have gone to the market before. In secondary school, they used to write names of noise makers. So list. We have two ways of writing list. We have the unordered list. We have what we call unordered list. So in the unordered list now, you use your angle bracket, then you write UL unordered list. Immediately you click enter, it's going to it's going to automatically create the closing tag for you. Then inside you see how it works, right? You have the opening tag at the top and the closing tag here. Then here now, this LI is where your list element will now come in. Number one, what you want to write. Number two, what you want to write. If you don't put this LI, this one's here, it's not going to bring it out for you as a list. This one will tell the browser that okay, it will tell this thing that okay, this thing is a list, so it's going to list it as a point for you. You understand? So in this unordered list now, it's going to bring a bullet point. As you can see, this small dot by the side of this thing. That's how it's going to look like. You may decide to change the shape. You may decide to change the shape, but the default one is usually like this. Then we have the ordered list. Ordered list works the same as the unordered list. Ordered list work the same way as the unordered list. The only thing is, this one is going to provide you with numbers. It's going to provide you with either numbers or alphabets, depending on the one you chose. But default, I think by default, if you just put ordered list like that, it's going to show you, excuse me, it's going to start listing it by numbers. So it's left for you to now say, okay, you want the numbers to be, maybe you want the list to be in alphabet, maybe capital letter or small letter, or you want it to be in Roman numerals, depending on your choice. Are we following?
Yes.
Are we following?
Yes.
So this is how this element works. If I put number one, James now, on the web browser, it's going to display James. Then I come to this place, I put John on the web browser. Anything that goes inside this place is what is going to display on the web browser. Those ones outside it are just there to tell the browser that, okay, this is what this thing is. This is what this thing is. It's not going to display, it's not going to show. It's not going to show. Are we following? Then we have what we call div now works as a container. It's a section. What it does is in a particular in a web page now. In a web page now, you might have several different divs. Are we following? For example, in our let's go back to newspaper. Most of us have read newspaper here, maybe once in a while, or we've read it before, right? In a single page now, you might see somewhere where you see a small picture, you see write up by the side of it, write up, you see picture, you see what the write up will now tell you, okay, this is what this maybe in a football this thing now, you see maybe they put Osimhen picture, and I say, okay, you see the header, you see the header there, say Osimhen scores hat trick. Then under it, you now see a paragraph where they will now tell you that, okay, in their match against so, he played 75 minutes, he was able to score 2 goals, yeah, he was assisted by so, he scored the first goal using penalty. They will now give you the detail. Then you now see another part, maybe close to it or under it. You now see, you say Lionel Messi, red card. They now tell you the details of everything. Everything in the same page, but everybody has its own section. Each section there is what we call a div. It's a container, so it contains various, exactly, it contains various this thing. The same way the website works. Understand? Same way the website works. In a div now, it works as like a container, such that you can have an image, you can have a H2, right? You can have paragraph, you can have link, you can have lists. The div now can contain every div. Then you can go down and have another div again that will contain some things there. Every div now, that's how all of them continue having their own what do you call it? Their own characteristics. Exactly. That's how a div works. It works like a container. It contains various types of the HTML tag. Maybe the listener might decide, okay, this div now, you want to create a web page for all of us in this class now. The first thing I do is I create a div, right? And then I create an image tag. I put your picture in the div. Then I create the H2. I put your name. Then I create a list, or maybe I create another H1, and then create another H2 or H3. I put your date of birth. I create another H2. I put your address Yes, I put your then under it and I'll tell them that okay, so person is from so state, he is so years old, he is learning web development. Then after then, I go to your own, I do the same thing for you. I go to his, I do the same thing for him. So each div is going to be containing, we have what we call the form, the input, and the button. We have all filled form one time. Maybe we filled form before, right? Maybe you want to register something where you fill your name, your date of birth, and all those things. Then we have the input. That's the box where you are going to be putting all those things. You see name at the side. Then you see a box where you type in your name. You go to the next one, you see state of origin, you put your state of and all those things. Box might be the input, might be a text box. It might be for it might be what do you call it, drop down button. It might be a radio. You know what drop down is? It contains if you click, it usually have it's like a box like this. So if you click on it, it will now show you different things that are inside. So you select the one like state of origin. Now, if you click on it, it will now show you all the states in Nigeria. So you now select, okay, I'm from Cross River. Do you understand? Then we have radio button. That one is usually uh, you don't have to, it's not drop down, it's usually selected by here, but you see cycle or box. So that if you click on the box, it's going to tick it or it will make it to show that okay, this is the one you selected, right? Then we all know a button, submit button to cancel. That's a button for a website. So as the class goes on, we'll now learn how to use these things. Any question so far?
The other than the other list, what can we say is the difference between
Okay, that's a very nice question. The ordered list, the ordered list is going to list it for you, maybe in alphabetical order. You see, the first one A, you write it in. The second one B, you write it in. The third one C, you write it in. But on ordered list now, it's going to show you. It's going to just put it in the bullet point, like dot. Then write it. It's not going to write it in numbers or in alphabet. Just put dot in the first one and write it. Dot in the second one and write it. Dot in the third one and write it. So Isao, can we continue now?
Yes.
Uh, so please help me call Israel. So for those of us in the WhatsApp group, I said we should download something called VS Code. Like, I'm not seeing my slide. But they're not seeing my screen. So for those of us in the WhatsApp group, I told and those of us that came early, sorry sir, I didn't get your name.
the names right?
Darlington.
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome.
Sorry, I had to listen to the boss.
Okay,
Understand.
no problem. So we before you came, we downloaded a software called VS Code.
Yes.
Code, yes. So, are you connected to the internet?
No,
Search for the office.
is it on F4?
I'm coming.
Yes. However,
So, I said we are going to download something called uh, VS. We've all downloaded it, right? Have you all downloaded it?
I'm going to use Visual Studio.
So, for those of us that are following online, please, if you have downloaded it, kindly indicate that you've downloaded it so that we can continue. Thank you. And please check, is my slide now showing? If it is, kindly also. Thank you. So, can we continue now? With the class, right?
Yes.
If you've downloaded and installed the VS Code, I think this is what you should be seeing on your screen if you've installed it. So are we all here now? Those of us following online, please kindly interact with us so that we know that you are following us. Thank you. Then come to open folder, open folder. Have you clicked on it? Then write the name of the folder, web dev. Web dev. Have you done that? Have you all done that?
Yes.
Then subsequently, I think most times it automatically saves it on your desktop, but you can look for a folder somewhere where you want to keep it. But most times it saves it on your, it creates a folder for you on your desktop. Is that clear? Then you click, you enter OK if you've written the. Have you created the folder? Then come to the top here like this. The top here. Are you seeing web dev there? If you are with us, please kindly indicate. Are you seeing web dev? The folder I just created. Is it there?
Yes.
Is it at the top? Yes. Is it there?
Yes, sir.
Click on it. Have you done that?
Yes.
You see this first button here? See that first box there? The first one. This one here. Click on it. It's the new file box. They write index.html. Index.html. Have you done that?
No. Sorry. I clicked on it. It wants me outline timeline.
Now, click click that web dev. Just click on it. Did it show you a box?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Inside that box, write index.html.
Even like a box.
No,
I thought it didn't show me box. It showed me those icons.
which icons? Inside this one here now.
Yes.
See one here.
Yeah.
That's why you click.
Okay.
Did it show you a box now?
Yes.
And inside the box, you write index.html.
Index.html.
So you can sit there so that maybe you start to be seeing the screen. Are you okay like that? So if you click enter now, it's going to take you to something like this. After you read the index.html, you're going to have it taken you to this page. Now, the next thing you do is you enter shift. Shift button. Are you all listening? Shift button. Then number one. Make sure your cursor is on. Is your this thing is there? See that thing that is blinking? Make sure it's there. Shift one. It's going to show you the exclamation mark, right?
Yes.
See the exclamation. Are we there?
No, sorry.
Where are you now?
I click and show you one. Like I said,
Shift.
shift.
Then number one.
I should click on.
Yes. Did it show you the exclamation mark?
Yes.
Click enter.
Okay.
It will show you some English, some codes, right?
Yes.
Welcome to HTML.
Come to HTML.
I say you are welcome to HTML. I'll come back and pick you up from there. Please. Kindly tell me where you are lost so that I'll pick up from there for you. Thank you. Elijah, are you there? Okay, sorry. I'm too fast. I'll go slower now. Please kindly go back to your VS Code so that we'll pick up from there. So, Elijah, if you are following online now, I've gone back to where we are creating the folder from. Is it still too fast? Please kindly indicate. Then what you do is you go to this box where you see open folder. You click. The moment you click on it, it's going to show you something like this. Then you write the name of the folder. If you come here after installing the kindly try it in capital letter. Let's see. So, like mine now, I'm going to name it Web Dev 2 because I already have something called Web Dev. Elijah, are we together? I'm going to name mine Web Dev 2 because I already have something called web dev. Maybe you made a mistake while creating the folder. Maybe you put what do you call it? Special character. Just name it web dev. Try it again and see. Okay, sorry. Elijah, kindly click on your desktop folder. Sorry about that. Kindly click on your desktop or your document or any of the folders you wish to put it. Kindly click on your desktop folder or maybe probably document folder. Have you done that? If you've done this, let me know so I to continue from there. Thank you. Click on your desktop folder. Let's see. Have you clicked on your desktop folder? So, okay, Elijah, do it this way. Elijah, do it this way. Go to your desktop. Go to your desktop. Go to your desktop. Create a folder called web dev. Let's do it this way and see. Go to your desktop. Create a folder called web dev. If you've done that, kindly let me know so I to continue. I want to carry you along. Thank you very much. Have you started coding? Elijah, are you there? On your desktop or document or any folder of your choice, kindly go there and create a folder called web dev. If you've done that, let me know so I to continue from there. Now, go to your VS Code. Go to your VS Code and click on open folder. Then you look for that folder you just created now and click it. If you've done that, let me know again so I to continue from there. Go to your VS Code, click on open folder, then you search for that folder you just opened now and click it. If you've done that, let me know, please. Have you done that? So if you click it, I think you get something like this, right? I see what I'm doing. Shall you just kindly indicate? Then you click on the web dev. You see the first box. You have two boxes. Then the refresh button and one other box there. So in the first one there, if you put your cursor on it, you see new file. You see something called new file. Click on it. If you've done that, let me know, please. Start to continue. Okay. Then write the name of the listing as index.html. If you've done that, and click enter. Have you done the index.html? If you've done it, let me know. If you click enter, it's going to take you to to a page like this. Something like this. Okay. We are together now, right? We are all together now, right? So in that place that you see number one, Elijah, that place that you see number one, put your cursor there so that the thing will be blinking. Make sure it's blinking there. Then you click on shift and one. Shift one. Then you click enter. It's going to show you, take it to it's going to pop up something like this. Are you there? If you've done it, let me know. Okay, you've done the index. So we are all together now, right? Mercy, are we together? So since now, let's come to this side. Are you seeing it? Let's come to this side. You see this last one there, the last one there, right? If you put your this thing, it's going to show you extensions. Click on. Okay. If you click on it, then you type preview. Type preview. You see something like live preview. Install. Elijah, have you gone to that extension side? Or do I need to go back? Mercy, are you following us? If you finish installing, please let me know. Has it installed? If it has installed, you see a page like this. See something like this.
Yes.
Are you all here now?
Yes.
Once you see something like this, it has already installed. Then you can now close it and go back to your index.html. Those of us online, are you following? Are we following? Elijah, are you there? Or do I need to go back? Please, if you are following, kindly indicate so that we'll continue. Opening tag and the closing tag down. Then have language, English. So it's going to show that the website is going to be in English. Because there are some sites that blind people solve through. So if they are solving through, they use the voice listing. So it's going to be give them in English language. So if you change to Spanish now, it's going to give them in Spanish. Then we have the header, the head. In the head now we have what we call the cassette, which is character set. So it's going to accept all the characters that are going to be inputted, maybe be it, what do you call it, alphabet, numbers, or even emojis. You understand? So it's going to accept all that. Then all these things. They have what you call the title. And the title, now, if you open the website, at the in that bar there, up there, you're going to see anything that they put in this title here is what is going to appear in there. Let's say if here now, if you put my first website. So in the title now, if anybody opens it, right click, right click,
After that,
yes, right click. Have you done that? Come to show preview, click on it. So if you can see the title there. What is it showing? Is it showing on your own?
I see on the, okay, show preview. Yes, it's showing.
Mercy, sorry, I'm no longer using slide. We're now in the practical part now. So all the things I said in the slide now, we are going to practicalize it. Just make sure your VS Code is open so that you see it practically. Elijah, are you there? Please kindly indicate. So you see it, right? My first website is the head. Is it showing? Mr. Moses,
Yes.
it's showing, right? Okay. So that's all about that for now in the head part. They will now go to the body, which is the main HTML body. As you can see it, you can see it here, right?
Yes.
So let's create a H1. Let's create a header now with H1 and see how it will look like. Just click on H1 and enter.
I want to ask a question.
Okay.
When writing like this, once we want to do the one, is it adjustable with our cap lock? Or
Whether I use caps lock or not is going to enter. Did it show you that you there? Are we all together now? Right? Are you seeing it? This is my first website. Right? Is it showing for everybody like this? So we say this is my first website. As you can see, this thing you just downloaded now, that live preview is what is enabling you to see it by the side. The live preview is what is enabling you to see it by the side. So if as you are working on it, if there's a mistake somewhere, you can easily, instead of copying this, because alternatively, you can copy this thing, this thing here, this HTTP, this thing. If you copy it and open a web browser and put it there, it's going to show you this thing. You understand? But it's stressful. So instead of doing that, why not just do this? So I think it's easier like this, right? So this is like H1. Then go outside like for if you notice, we have the opening tag here, right?
Yes.
We have the opening tag, which is H1. We have the closing tag. We have the closing tag, right? So if you click enter now, you write H2. Let's go to H2 and see. Okay, sorry. One of our classmates online got lost somewhere, so I have to go back and pick him up. So Elijah, please kindly kindly follow. Elijah, kindly follow. I will get back up with you now. I said after shift one, right? So, so if you enter shift one, shift one is going to show you exclamation mark. Elijah, are you following? It's going to show you an exclamation mark. Then you click, you press enter. It's going to pop up a screen like this for you. Please, if you've done that, kindly let me know so I to continue. Shift one, then enter. Shift one, enter. It's going to pop up that screen for you. If you've done that, kindly let me know, please. Okay. Then, have you downloaded the live preview? If you've not, let me kindly put you through on how to go about it. Let me kindly put you through on how to go about it. If I see my screen currently, you see at the side here, you see you see a box here, you see the search button, you see another one, you see the run and debug, you see the fifth one, the last one there, extensions. If you have clicked on extension, kindly let me know. If you have clicked on extension, kindly let me know, Elijah. If you have clicked on extension, kindly let me know. Then type preview. It's going to show you different things. Then you click on live preview. It's something like this. If you can see it, it's something like this. You click on live preview. If you've clicked on live preview, you see somewhere, you see under it's written install. Click on install. Click on install. Click on install. If it has installed, you see it. It's going to, if it has installed, it's going to show you something like this. If you can see my screen, it's going to show you something like this. If you have done that, let me know, please. Please make sure your system is connected to the internet. If you've done that, let me know, please. Elijah, if you've done that, let me know, please. So to continue. But so far, are we following?
Yes.
Okay. So let Elijah catch up with us so that we all move together. So you've installed it, right? So after installing now, you now go back to your index.html. If you look up here, you see the first one, welcome. You see index.html. You see extension, live preview. Go back to index.html. If you've gone back, you change this document part here to my first website. If you've done that, let me know.
But in this current question,
This.
in this live preview,
Mm.
now my first website, it will say, will it say by default that immediately you enter the website? That's what we'll see first.
Immediately, like if you enter the website now, you see it at the top. Like if you go to Google site now, is after the thing have finished loading, you now see the right Google at the top. That's the title of the site, right? If you go to Facebook, after it has finished loading Facebook and everything, you now see it to just write Facebook for you. So Elijah, we are there now. So you've changed it. Go to now. Let's do this, Elijah. right click on your system, then you see it's going to show you some different things. Go to definition, go to references, then you click on, go down, you see something called show preview. Click on it. It's going to show you another different box by the side. At the top of the box now, you see something called my first website, which is the title of the site. Have you done that? You are typing my first website on the document part. The document part, the place you see title somewhere, someplace in the header, in the head section, you see somewhere that is written title. Oh, this thing is not showing screen. Help me call Israel. So in the title there, you see inside it, you see some place that is written document. That's where you write my first website. Have you seen it? The people cannot see what I'm doing on my screen.
It has been disabled again. It has been disabled again.
They can't see what I'm doing on my screen. Elijah, can you see my screen now? Elijah, can you see my screen now? So if you go to that title page, you see after the doc, you see HTML, you see head, you see meta, you see two meta, then you see title. Inside the title, there's somewhere that is written document. Inside that document, now you clean the document and change it to my first website. You change this thing. You can Elijah, you can see my screen now, right? Let me close this one. Great. Can you see my screen so that I go back to this thing so that we can work on it together? Can you see my screen? Let's do it like this. So if you come to this place, this is how it appears in your own. You see this document here. See that place written document. You clean it and change it to my first website. You've done that, right? Then you now go to the body tag inside this body here. Inside this body here. Inside this body here. Then you click H1. Then enter. Just enter H1.
I don't think you got it.
Hmm?
I don't think you got it. Instead of changing your brother,
You see this, sir.
this is when you ask you if you see your screen.
Yeah.
When you change it to my first website.
Okay. Okay, you've done the H1, right? Okay. Inside the H1, right? This is my first website. You see, in between the opening and the closing tag, in between the opening and the closing tag, you write it. If you've done that, let me know so how to continue. As in, great. Are you with us? So let's continue now. Then Elijah, right click on your system. Right click. Is your you go to your show preview? Do you have this on your screen? If you do, let me know so to continue. If you have that on your screen, let me know so to continue. Something like this. Okay, so we can continue now. Then, as you can see, the header, the H1 is usually bigger than any other one. So after it, you click on enter, then you create a H2 element. H2 element. Inside the H2, you write this is H. Inside the H2, you write this is H2.
You click enter.
Hmm?
After that, you click enter.
I don't understand.
After typing this is H2.
This is H2. Is it showing on your
Yes.
on the other side?
Yes.
It's showing there, right? Just go to the end of this thing and click enter. The end. And click enter. So Elijah, do you have Elijah and Great? Do you have something like this on your screen? So as you can see, the H1 is significantly bigger than the H2, right? H1 is significantly bigger than the H2. Then if you say, if you come here now and say H3, sorry, enter H3. Anything you write here now will be smaller than H2. Elijah, are you there? Elijah, Great, are you following us? So that's how the header tag works, right? Then you can go back now. After the H3, click on it and put P, then enter. P, just letter P. So that we are done with H1. You now know how to use the H1 now, right? The header tag, right? So let's go to paragraph tag. So we are now in paragraph tag. So inside paragraph tag now, you now write my name is, you put your name. I am I am a web developer. I am a web developer, comma, I come from Kogi State. Just basically write about you. Write anything about you. Okay, great. That's nice. As you can see, the more the number is going, the smaller the text becomes. You are in H5 now. You see that H5 is smaller than H H4, which is smaller than H. which is smaller than H3, which is smaller than H2, and the biggest here is H1. Are we following? Then, create a paragraph tag after the H5. Just click enter, then you click P. Click enter, then you enter P, then you press enter again. Elijah, we've not heard from you in a while. Oh. Elijah, have you created the paragraph text? So you write, my name is, then you put your name. I'm a web developer. I come from so place. Just small thing about you. Do you know the way a paragraph is now? It's just like a group of words that are together, just to show you how the paragraph works, right? So if you've done that, you've created a paragraph. Then now let's head to our web browser. Let's all head to our web browser and look for a picture. Our web browser now. So you look for a picture. Let's say cake picture dot png. Cake picture dot png. Look for cake picture dot png. Now go to your web browser, Elijah and this thing. Great. Go to your web browser, search for download any cake picture of your choice, and save it inside that folder that you created.
The web.
Inside the web dev. Save it inside the web dev folder. Download any picture of your choice and save it inside the web dev folder.
No matter the format of the picture,
What format?
I'm seeing PDF. So it has to be JPEG or PNG.
Download it like that. Have you saved it inside the folder? Hmm? Have you saved it inside the folder?
Yes.
Online people, Elijah and Great, are we together? Have you downloaded the pictures? The picture, save it inside the folder. If you've done that, please let me know so I to continue. Have you downloaded the pictures? So if you've downloaded, let's go to this thing. Uh, Enter. Then you click IMG. Enter. What did you use to save the picture? Which name did you use to saving it? You saved it as download. You're supposed to know the Okay. So if you click on this thing, the email, if you click IMG, is that you click that, it's going to show you something like this, right? Inside the after the SRC, which is I told you is the source, right? That's where you are getting the picture from. So you just click inside the quotation mark there. You click the write the name of the this thing, what the name you use in saving the picture. Since they are in the same folder, as you can see, immediately I write C on my own because I saved mine with cake. Immediately I typed C, it showed cake.jpg. You can see it, right? If I click on it now, it's going to show me the cake picture. Do we all have cake
Yes.
on our site? Great. Elijah, do we have you done that? If you are lost, please kindly tell me so that I will put you through. Great, Elijah. If you are together, kindly let me know, please, so that we'll continue. But I'll not have to come back. Mr. Moses, are you following?
Yes, I'm going to see. I see them, but I mistakenly left charger.
Okay. What type of charger do you use?
It's very small.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Any problem? Picture is too big.
It went above.
Go back.
So this is the
Delete it. Wait. Is this where you stop? Your image tags come after the paragraph. You put it inside the paragraph. That's why it was showing.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one? I see it, right? So we are all together now, right? So we now know how to add image. After the image tag, you put the source where you're getting the image from. The image might be coming from an online source, maybe from a site, from a website. You have to go there and copy the link of the image from there and put it there. So that anybody that the image will automatically get to the image. Is that clear?
Yes.
So can we continue now? So great, that's great of you. I like that. Thank you very much. We said something about hyperlink. That's the anchor tag. We said something about anchor tag, right?
Yes.
So the anchor tag use the what? The A. Immediately you click A, it's going to give you every other thing you need. Immediately you click A and press that. Great. Click A and click enter. If you've done that, let me know. Then the quotation mark, inside the quotation mark, you put facebook.com. As you can see, it's showing blue, right? Elijah, I've downloaded the image, right? So since you've downloaded, you go to your VS Code. After your paragraph tag, after the closing tag of the paragraph, then you click enter, then enter IMG, which is the one we said is for the image tag. If you've done it, Elijah, let me know, please. Then Elijah, make sure the image is saved inside your web dev folder. Make sure you save the image inside your web dev folder. Make sure you save the image inside your web dev folder. If you've done that, let me know.
Okay, this one just that means
Great. Have you added your picture? Have you done the hyperlink also? The anchor tag? So Elijah, we are waiting for you. Okay. So Elijah, after clicking enter, you write IMG, then enter. It's going to show you, if you could write IMG, enter, it's going to show you the image tag. If you can see my screen, immediately write IMG, enter. It's going to show you SRC equal to quotation mark. Then inside the quotation mark, you put the name of the name of the picture you downloaded. The picture, then make sure it's inside the same folder with your inside the web dev folder. Then you put the name of the picture there. You put the name of the picture there. After clicking enter, after the put the IMG and you click enter, it show you SR. It's going to display some text for you. You see SRC equal to. After the equal to, there is double quotation there. Inside that quotation mark, inside the quotation, write the name, what you use in saving that picture you downloaded just now. The picture you just downloaded now, that cake picture you downloaded, what you use in saving it, write it inside. Immediately you are writing it, the VS Code is going to give you the option. It's going to tell you that, it's going to show you that, is it this thing? You see something, if it's in JPEG, you see maybe it's cake.jpg. If it's a PNG, you see cake.png. Then there are other, what's the other file? A JFIF, there are other this thing, depending on the one you downloaded. If you've done that, let me know, please. Immediately you click it, the image is going to appear by the side. If you can see my screen, let me do it again so that you see it. So immediately you click enter, see this source here, you see in between here, you put Okay, immediately you write the first letter, it's going to show you, it's going to give you option. So you click on it, the cake will appear immediately. If you've added the picture, let me know, please, so to continue. We are almost done with the class. Like, have you added the picture? I showed you how to do it just now. If you can see my screen. Are you seeing my screen? So after you now go to the anchor tag, enter, and put facebook.com. Then in between it here, you write Facebook.
Why is it important to write the second thing?
Hmm?
After writing the Facebook.com, why is it necessary to write the
That one will be the
That's what you are clicking. If it's not there, there's nothing to click. Then how do you know there's a hyperlink there? Right? So if it's there now, you know that okay, this thing is a hyperlink, there's something here to click. If you just leave it empty like that, how will someone know that there's something to click? The hyperlink is working on with something that okay, if you click on this thing now, I will take you to somewhere. So this is what you are clicking. So it will take you to the site.
So, now for my question. What if um,
So Elijah, since you've inside that quotation mark, inside the quotation mark, you look for the name you use in saving the image. The name you use in saving the image. Elijah, the name you use in saving the image inside the quotation mark, just start typing it. It's going to show you if you save it with cake.jpg, it's going to see cake.jpg. If you've done that, let me know. Great. That's nice. Nice one. Immediately you click on it, the image will appear. Immediately you click on it, the image will appear. Elijah, if you've done that, let me know, please. So that will continue. So far, is there any question? Is there any observation? Anything you are not clear with? You can actually ask so that I will put you through. Great, Elijah, and those of us in the physical class.
this where we have at the end, where we have character sales,
Mm.
before our title, how does this ones affect what we are trying to do?
What you're trying to do. Uh, you know the the HTML has been coming in different what do you call it? Different they have been updating. I think the current one now is HTML5, right? So what this does is this character set now is going to show you that okay, it's able to accept characters, be it uh, alphabets, numbers, or even emojis or anything you want to impute or pictures, all these things. It's able to it's able to accept it. Then this viewport now is just where the screen size or so, just the screen size, how it's going to show and all those things. Mm. Elijah, are you there? So for this class now, we've learned the header tag, the paragraph, the image, and the hyperlink, right? That's the anchor tag. I think those are the major tags we talked about earlier, right? Then for the div, in our next class, which is Friday, by the time we start working with CSS, which is how to design, how to make this thing look beautiful, how to add colors to it and all those things. We'll make use of div so as to see how the div also works, right? Then for our homework now, so that when we are at home, we less this. For our homework, what we'll be doing at home, those of us that are following online, we are done for the today, but I'm going to give each and everyone homework. So for our homework now, you create another folder. You create another folder. You name it anything you want to name it. Inside the folder, you have two files. You create two files. The first one, you name it index.html. The second one, you name it contact. Are we all listening?
Yes.
You name it contact.html. The first one is what? Index.html. The second one is contact.html. In the index.html now, you create a H1 header. I told you earlier that the if you want to design a website, the H1, there should only be one H1 in the web page. There should not be more than two H1 because the H1 is serving as the header. So it should be only one. So in your own H1 now, it's going to be your name, your full name. Like in my own case, it's going to be Abdul Ghaffar Abubakar. You understand? So it's going to be your full name. Then you create a H2. A H2. The H2 now inside it you write about me. Inside it you write what? About me. So sorry, let me reply to this thing. The great. The alt there, whether you write anything there or not, is usually not. Uh, it will not affect the image. It will not affect the function of the image. I think what it usually does is for those that are using voice this thing on the web browser. Immediately they click on it and the voice is going to do anything right in the alt there. That's what it's going to tell them. Like for the blind people that are surfing the net now, immediately they click on that image now. It's going to tell them, okay, this is a cake image. Maybe that's what is written in the alt. Like in my own case, how did I write? This is a cake. So it's going to pop up, it's going to give them a voice command that this is a cake. You understand? Whether you put it or not, the image is still going to be there. So Elijah, you've done the image, you've done the anchor tag, right? You've done the image, you've done the anchor tag. If you've done it, let me know so that we are done for the day, so that I'll give you your class, your assignment. Great. Are you following us with the assignment part? Or I have to start afresh again? If you are following us, kindly indicate so that we'll continue, please. There's no time. So I believe we are all following. Uh, so I said you create a new folder, right? You create a new folder. Inside the folder, you create two files inside. Inside the folder, you create two files inside. The first one should be called index.html. The second one should be called uh, contact.html. The first one is index. The second one is what? Contact. The first one is index. The second one is what? Contact. So they are all inside the same folder. Then you look for a picture of yourself. A picture of yourself, a very nice picture of yourself. And put it inside the folder too. Save it inside the folder. That's we have three things already, right? We have three things inside the folder. We have index.html, contact.html, and a picture of you, right? Right? So inside the index.html now, inside the index.html, your H1, your what do you call it? Your title can be anything of your choice can be your title, right? Then your H1 should now be your full name, right? Like in my own case, I use myself as an example. My full name is Abdul Ghaffar Abubakar. I just said it, Abdul Ghaffar Abubakar, right? Then you now go to H2. In the H2, you now write about me. You use your H2 as about me. Then after the H2, you now create a paragraph. You create what? A paragraph. So inside the paragraph, you write short note about yourself. You write a short note about yourself. Now to tell me about yourself. You've gone for interview before now. Tell me about yourself. As brief as possible, right? Then you now go to the third one. You now do under H2 again. Inside the H2, you write hobbies. Hobbies as your sorry, after the name and about me, you add that image of yourself. After the name and the about me, sorry. After the name and the about me, with the paragraph. After the paragraph, don't worry, great. You're in the WhatsApp group. I will send you a copy of how the assignment would look like. I'll send you a copy of how the assignment would look like. Don't worry, you get it in the group, but I'm just trying to. So after the name and the paragraph, you put an image. That image of yourself, you put it. Then you now go and create another H2, hobbies. Then after the H2, you create either ordered list or unordered list. Any one of your choice. Either ordered list or unordered list. Inside the list, you list 4 of your hobbies. Right? So you now have to make use of list. Oh, we didn't do list. So sorry, there's a mistake somewhere. Sorry, guys. Let's kindly go back. So we talked about list earlier. We talked about list. We have 2 forms of list: ordered list and unordered list. So we have the ordered list. The format is OL. You click enter. If you click OL, you click what? Enter. Please, Elijah and the Great, kindly be following so that we continue. There's a mistake somewhere. Kindly be following, please. If you are following, let me know. OL, right? Then you click enter. Inside here now you click LI, enter. As you can see, immediately I click LI, enter. It showed me number 1 because I'm using other lists. Uh, sorry, I forgot your name. Darlington. Are you following? So Elijah, have you created the OL, the ordered list? Great, sorry. Darlington, are we together?
Sorry, let's go back. Is it good? You go well.
Yes.
And
Inside the OL, click LI.
LI.
Just LI, not L1.
L1.
LI. Enter. Did it show you number 1?
Yes.
It show you number 1, right?
Yes.
So you write anything inside it. Write anything of your choice inside it. Right? Another L1 again. LI, sorry.
LI.
You see, so immediately you click LI, it's going to add the number for you. Right? Are we together? After the first L1, click enter. Let me see what you're doing, please. It's your own lines.
I think I
You made a mistake somewhere, right?
somewhere like that's first I want to click. So I think this is not maybe it's
Hey, suddenly, I think you get to this one. Wow. Is it?
can we delete this too?
I'm coming. I know where your mistake is coming from.
Okay, we have clicked enter 2 times. That now gives us the
Yes.
so
So we are following, right? So you can have as many lists as possible. So inside that L1 now, write anything of your choice. Beside the first LI, write anything of your choice. As you can see, immediately you write LI, it's going to show you Darlington. Immediately you click LI, it's going to show you number 1. Immediately you click LI, it's going to show you number one, right? So you write anything inside it. Have you written it?
Yes.
Outside, after the closing tag of the L1, enter again.
Okay.
Then under L1 again. LI, sorry, under LI. Then write anything of your choice.
We have to write NI first before we type.
Yes, yes. That's what is going to show that it's a list.
Okay.
The OL is just telling it that, okay, this two is in order. Just telling that this list two is in order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just saying that everything is in order. Have you seen it? So that's how the ordered list work. So after the closing tag of the ordered list, which is here, you can see where my cursor is. Look at the screen. You can see where my cursor is, right? Here. Here, right? Click enter. Then you click UL, which is for what? Unordered list. Enter. Then you enter again. Your enter is twice to create that space in between. Darling, are we together? So you click LI inside it. Enter. As you can see, automatically it gives you the what do you call it? Bullets. It gives you the bullets. So if I put Darlington now, it's there for you. Right?
Yes.
Sorry, forgotten your name. Promise. Are we together? They are following, right? So those online, are we together? That's nice. That's nice. I like that. Thank you very much. Please, you guys should kindly go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Code Lab Educare. Please, those of you online and everyone here, please. Are we listening? Kindly go to our YouTube page. You see it like this, Code Lab Educare. If you search for it, you see it, Code Lab Educare, and subscribe to our page. Please. Those of you online, please kindly do that also. Go to our page and subscribe. So we've now seen how the unordered list and ordered list work. So in the assignment now, after the hobby part, or should I start afresh? Do I need to start afresh again?
Let's start from after the title, the about me,
Mm,
the H2 about me.
the H2 about me.
Then is it after the H2 you have to the picture? Or
Yes, after the H2. After the H2 about me, then you put you put a paragraph under it.
a paragraph under the about me.
Yes, that's where you talk about yourself. So, for those of you online that have, you now see how the ordered and unordered list work. So, back to our assignment now. I said, first of all, you create a folder. You create a folder. You name it whatever you want to name it. Then inside the folder, you create two files. Inside the folder, you create two files: index.html, then contact.html. The first one is index.html, the second one is contact.html. Then inside the index.html now, the H1 should be your full name. Inside the index.html, the H1 should be your full name. The H1 should be your full name. Then the next one is H2, which is what? About me. After the H1, you go to H2, which is what? About me. Then, after the about me, you create a paragraph tag. Inside the paragraph tag, you write something that you write short note about yourself. My name is Lula, so I come to what you do and everything. You just freestyle about yourself. Then, after that, I told you earlier that you should add an image to the folder. You add an image of yourself to the folder, a very nice image of yourself to the folder. Then after that, you add the image to it using the image tag. We all know how to add image to site. Use the image tag. Then after that, you now create a H3 with the tag hobbies. Yes, H3 with tag hobbies. Then under the hobbies now, you now create a list, either ordered or unordered list, any one of your choice. You can make it ordered or you can make it unordered. You can make it what? Ordered or unordered. That makes are we together?
So I wasn't listening to you. After H2, which after the evening of yourself, H2,
H3
H3.
for hobby, yes.
Okay. We have H2 about me.
Yes. But you can still use H2. Can still use H2, but preferably use H3. Hobbies. Then under the hobbies now, that's why you create either an ordered list or unordered list. An ordered list or unordered list. Is that clear? Then you now go to the contact.html. After you put you know how to put the doc type this thing, that shift one. You make sure you put it inside the index.html too. It has to be there. That shift one that we did earlier, it has to be there. Then you now add inside the contact.html, you create an unordered list. Unordered list, you put phone number, you put your phone number, email address, you put it, house address, you put it. That's three unordered lists, right? The first one is what? Phone number. The second one is what? Email address, then your house address. Then you come to your index.html. You come back to your index.what? HTML. Then you create an anchor tag. You create an anchor tag. Are you listening? You create an anchor tag that will link inside the anchor tag. You link it to that contact.html. You link it to what? The contact.html. Inside the after you create the anchor tag, there is where you write something inside. Like the place you wrote Facebook. Inside there you put contact or contact me. So that once anybody click on it, it will take the person to the contact.html where you see your name, your phone number, your email address, and your this thing. So that's the assignment. If you are working, our next class is when? Friday, by God's grace. If between now and Friday, you should be ready, please. And please, if you get stuck anywhere, I'm always online on the WhatsApp group. I'm always online on the WhatsApp group. If you get stuck anywhere, I'm always online on the WhatsApp group. Kindly seek my attention and I will reply you. Is that clear?
Yes. So you are saying that we can have both index.html and contact.html on this at the same time.
On the web.
Yeah, on the platform, this platform we are using, VS Code.
It's just a matter of, okay, this is index.html, right?
Yes.
If I come here now, I put is there, right?
Yeah.
You can see contact.html, right?
Yeah.
So what I just need to do now is to come here and add a link. You see it, right?
Yes.
You see it, right? So if I click contact me now, it's going to take me to the index.html. It's because I've not written it to contact.html. It's because I've not written anything here. You understand? You're going to use the anchor tag. You can have up to 10 web pages. So you only just know how to link them. But mostly, what most developers do is that very first page, they usually name it index.html because that's the very first page that you are landing on if you are coming to the website, then others they will start naming it subsequently to according to what they want to know. Is that clear now? If there is anything you don't understand, please kindly let me know so that I will put you through. So please, Elijah, Great, Jibril, those of you online that are following us online, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Those of us here also, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Code Lab Educare, and subscribe to our channel, please. Thank you very much. I think that's the end for today. We will see on.
So, how do we save it and come back to it?
You use Microsoft, right?
Yes.
Control S, simple.
Yes.
Control S, simple. That's simple. If you look up now, if you look at this thing here now, if you look at this place now, you see it's showing either 1 or 2, right? Your own. Is there a number there?
Yeah.
What? 3. That means you have opened 3 that you not saved. So if you start saving it now, if you click Ctrl S now, it will change to 2. If you go to the next one and click Ctrl S, it will change to 1. So anytime you close it and you come back, the folder is there waiting for you. So please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on Friday. If there's any question, anything at all, no stupid question, any question you ask is valid. No matter how silly it sounds to you. You know, some people, they might want to ask questions in their mind, they'll be like, this question sounds silly. If you want to learn, there's no question silly. That shows your inquisitiveness. Kindly ask me any question concerning this class, I will respond. Is that clear? Thank you very much. I'll see you on Friday. So I'll see you guys. I'll see everyone on Friday, the same time, same station. See you.
Okay. Thank you.